Good morning. Hope you're all doing well with this COVID-19 stuff going on. It's getting kind of crazy. Things are getting locked down. People getting stranded in their homes. But we're still out running, keeping everybody's systems up and running. Hey, listen, we're going to do a long ride along today. Got a technician that's been with us for about 6 weeks. He's recently graduated trade school. Went ahead and got his NATE certification while he's in there. This is his first job out of school, so he's very green, and we're going to cut him loose a little bit today and give him some guidance. We've got a couple, 3 or 4 no coolings on the schedule today. So y'all come along and let's have a little bit of fun and see if we can all learn something. Got a piece of caution tape left over on the window. I just hope and pray that it's from Halloween. Well, nobody's home. The office called. They didn't answer for them, so we're going to head on to the next one. I just called my second customer, and he's rescheduled as well. He was just getting ready to call the office. So that's 2 down in less than 30 minutes. All right, well, we made it to our third call. It's a crawl space. Lady says she really wanted us to come out because last year her drain line in the crawl space got clogged up and the safety devices shut it down. So we're going to head on down to the crawl space and see what we can do on her preventive maintenance. And of course it's up under a deck and back in a hole somewhere. All right, we made it down in the crawl space. Got the new man, had to crawl all the way around the backside to check the filter media. Looks like you're doing a good job so far. Let's see, flip it around to see the entrance side. Oh yeah, I think we're all right. For a while, it just got changed on the last visit. All right, we're going to check this run cap in here. Probably going to have to take that bracket all the way off on this style furnace. Did you turn the power off?
Yeah, I did.
Got a piece of tape on the door switch, so. Are the lights flashing on the circuit board? Okay. Looks like that one has already been replaced. But we'll check it anyway. And it's rated at 4.5. It's rated at what? 5. Okay, so plus or minus 10%. 10% of 5 would be 4.5. So she is on the verge of it getting on the weak side. We'll let her know. See if she wants to do something about that today or let it ride. All right, stick your hand in there and see how clean that blower wheel is. All right, good and clean. Check all your terminals on your circuit board. Make sure they're tight and not getting loose on us.
Everything's pushed in all the way on your line voltage wires. Okay. Very good. Very, very good. Alright, just looking at this coil, this is a TXV coil, so we'll be doing some subcooling today. And this was the customer's biggest concern, was her drain line, so we're going to put a gallon of water in here and see if it goes down. Just a little bit of advice. I did a test one time, and 1 gallon of water will fill up 40 feet of 3/4 inch PVC. So if you can't get a gallon of water down that drain line, you know that it's clogged up and you need to go and get your shop vac and go outside and vacuum it out. Is it going down? Stick your finger in that hole, other hole. It's not full, is it? All right, we got us a clear drain line. We'll step outside and make sure. Good job. And there's the drain line coming out, and it's all nice and wet. So the water came out just fine. Had the customer turn the air conditioner on inside. We pulled the disconnect. So we're going to go ahead and pop the cover off and check our run caps and our contactor. Just a little training note, it's always good to close those when you're working down in there, because you're going to lift up one day and that jagged corner is going to hurt you. Alright, looks like this run cap has been changed as well. It's kind of shiny looking, but we're going to go ahead and check it anyway, make sure it's where it should be. I'd go ahead and take those screws off. The more you twist that thing, you stress those wires and the terminals, and then you'll end up with some overheated wires one day. Now this one's got a start capacitor on it, so we're going to check it too. You pop that bracket off. May want to use your screwdriver. Easier on your fingers. There you go. And what's that thing rated at? Big numbers.
65,
No, 100 and something.
88 and TAC 108.
88 to 108 microfarads. Hold it on there for a while. Yeah, I'm not liking that. All right, we're going to check our fan. What's our fan supposed to be? 5, all right. And we're at 4.8 on our fan, so we're good there. And we're going to check our compressor side. And 34.4, so we are good to go. I don't like that start cap being as low as it is. We'll make a recommendation to get that replaced. Looks like that is a OEM start kit on that thing, so we'll go back with that. In the past, somebody put that start cap and just left it lying in there and never secured it. So we got us some plumbing strap. We're going to hook it up. Alright, we got our field piece probes hooked up. We've sanded off the suction line and the liquid line so we can get some good temperatures. And we're going to fire this thing up. And if we look on our data plate, it will tell us that we are calling for indoor TXV 13 degrees. We never could get our subcooling to come up. The unit's been running for about 10 minutes and it did get up to 6 degrees subcooling. Indication it's low on charge. It is a 2007 model. So what we're going to do, the customer's actually in a meeting, phone conference meeting. So we're just going to write up a start capacitor and relay and recommend the system be topped off. Give her the option of doing a refrigerant leak search. And we'll come back and do whatever the customer lets us do. And we'll take a quick look at our coils. They're not too bad. I think we'll just get the hose out and give it a nice little rinse. We notice there's quite a bit of leaves and things down in here. So we're going to pop this top and get all that cleaned out. Alright, we got the screws out. Just going to gently get that out of the way. You're stretching your wire. See if you can lay it down. Or there you go. Just kind of get it out of the way. That's good. Alright, we're going to get all this goobers out of here. See how it's up against the coils? That's when you know it's time to clean it out. Gonna have to get the boy some gloves. Alright, we got the top off. We've gone and cleaned all the rocks from around the pad so it can drain. He's in here doing a nice job. And it's good to get up under that fan shroud like that, because that's where your de-superheating happens. And a lot of dirt does accumulate on those first 2 or 3 rows. I see how he's got his water hose on the inside, squirting out and watching as the dirt comes out. That's a good man right there. And what do you know? The O-rings are missing. We'll hook her up with a couple of new caps. Alright, got a couple new nice brass caps with some nice O-rings in them.
Well, we got through our first call, did a great job. Office is going to reach out and quote her on a blower run capacitor, OEM hard start kit, adding refrigerant, and also the option of doing a leak search. But I think she is more inclined to keep it running until it has to be replaced without doing any major repairs. We'll see you on the next one. Alright, well, things have changed. They scooted our schedules around, so it looks like we're primarily doing some PMs today. We just pulled up on call number 2. It is a 2-system AC inspection.
which took a whole gallon. It didn't back up. Right, got our old filter out. Doesn't look too bad, just got a little bit of gray color. See if we can't get it to fit a little better. And we'll pop this off and see if we can guide that filter in there a little bit better, and we'll check our run cap while we're in there. Did it go in that time?
Yeah, it was alright.
Good. Little janky. That might be a 24-inch plenum, which is why you got a little bit hanging out. We're going to check our wires, make sure everything's nice and tight. Nothing loose, no wires trying to turn color at the connections. All good? All right, let's see if we can pop that run cap off and check it, make sure it's hanging in there. All right, we got our furnace turned off, so we can safely get in there and take the wires off the run cap. Kind of back up in there. But we're getting 4.87 on a 5 microfarad, so we are good to go there. And that'll about wrap it up here. Just kind of preliminary AC overview and maintenance. And we'll go to the other furnace, do the same thing there, and then we'll head outside. Check this out. This is a neat little sure giveaway of air infiltration. What they call stack effect. Air just naturally flowing through the home. Anytime you see insulation up in an attic that is starting to turn color, that fiberglass is actually acting as a filter and capturing the dust that is naturally flowing up through the floor joist, through the studs in the walls, and up to the attic. So when you hear people talking about sealing up a home, that's kind of what they're talking about, so we're not losing any conditioned air from the living space up to through the attic, which will set the house into a negative pressure and draw in outside air, thus losing efficiency of your home. Our second unit is in a closet. Pretty rare to see that in this part of town. But we're going to flush the drain, check our run cap down in here, change our filter. Check our run cap, and we're showing 4 on that one. We may want to recommend to get that one replaced. Alright, we just got finished checking all our wires, made sure the blower motor is clean, no play in the bearings, and the blower wheel is clean, so we are ready to go outside. And this one's got a condensate pump on it. As soon as that pump kicks in, we'll stop pouring water. And then once it quits, we'll fill it back up until we get the whole gallon in there. thirsty. And there goes the pump. Wow. Quick little maintenance tip. If you ever see a safety float like this on the secondary, you want to be careful not to overfill, because this will fill up and shut your system down. It looks like we did get some water in there, so we're going to have to unscrew that and get that out of there, or we ain't going to have no cooling. We got that out and poured the water out of there. Tighten her back up and we'll be good. Alright, we're getting our field piece probes hooked up. And both of these are piston coils, so we'll get our superheat chart out and see what we need. Alright, according to our chart, pretty low wet bulb temperature inside, nice and cool outside. So we're going to shoot around the 12 to 16 degree superheat mark. We're going to check the run cap under load, and the way you do that is you take your amp draw on your hermetic terminal, which we have 4.95. We're going to go to our calculator on our phone, and we're going to say 4.95 times 2652, and then we're going to get our voltage from our Herm terminal to our common. And we are getting 354 volts, so we divide it by 354, and we come up with 4.9, because I'm not an Android kind of guy. Coming up with 36.7, so we are good to go on that. It's a 35 microfarad. Alright, unit's been running for about 10 minutes or so, and we're running about a 19 degree superheat. We're probably going to leave this one alone, as cool as it is inside and outside. We'll just let the homeowner know that if he does feel there's any cooling issues, to give us a call, and we'll come back at no charge, because he does have a maintenance agreement with us. So we're going to go ahead and check the other system right quick and hook our field piece probes and temperature monitors up to that one. We definitely have a loss of charge. We're going to go ahead and check this run cap live and see what we get. And we came up with 48 microfarads on that one. And that it is rated at 45. We're going to take a look at our contact points in here. I don't know if you can see because of all the sun, but they do look pretty good. All right, we got her charged up. We got 11 degrees superheat, 13 degrees subcooling. It is on a piston coil, so we're not going to be too concerned about our subcooling, but I think we was wanting mid-teens, but he does have a leak in the system, so we are good to go. Just spoke with the customer, and he wants to charge the system up, see if he's going to get through. And as you can see, we ended up with about 11 degrees superheat, and ended up putting in 2 pounds, 15.5 ounces. I think we can call that 3 pounds. Hopefully he'll make it. If not, it's a very old system, and he is prepared and is ready when the time comes. All right, customer also wants to get this run cap replaced, so we're going to get that squared away for him jiffy quick. You gotta love how Linux puts those screws at the bottom.
I know, right? All right, we just finished up number 2, 2-system AC inspection. Got to change a weak blower capacitor and add 3 pounds to a very old system, of which the homeowner is now contemplating replacing. We'll see you on the next one. All right, we're at call number 3. It's a no cooling. They said they're getting a 4-degree temperature difference. They were instructed to turn the system off until we get here. Let's go see what's going on.
All right, we got a complaint of the outdoor unit not coming on. I did see some shiny liquid down on the liquid line down here, like possibly a leak or something, but we're going to get our meter out and see what's going on. All right, we got 242 volts applied to the contactor. Let's check across here to here and see if we've got any voltage there. Nope. We're going to go from our contactor coil. And we have nothing. Our thermostat's sending any power here. We're going to check from yellow to common and see if we have 24 volts. We don't have 24 volts. Don't touch that to common, you'll blow the fuse. Come on the side. What you got? All right, first thing I would check is this condensate pump. See if this condensate pump has a safety wired into it. Nope, that's your drain pan. See your condensate pump there on the left? The pump itself. Is it full? All right, the customer's correct. The outdoor unit is not coming on. We do not have 24 volts outside to allow the unit to come on. This is a heat pump dual fuel system. At the dual fuel board inside, we are getting 24 volts from Y to common, but it's not reaching outside, so we're going to have to pull a new wire. This is the dual fuel board I was telling you about. And over here, we do have power leaving the board, sending 24 signals to the outdoor unit, but it is not reaching, so we're going to pull a new wire from here
back up through here, and it comes out somewhere up under there.
I want to thank y'all for hanging in there with me today. I know it's a little bit long, but it is a normal day in the heating and air industry, as you know. Just don't leave you hanging. I know the video kind of shut off abruptly on pulling that wire, but I ran out of power on my battery. We did end up pulling a new wire and system fired up just fine, so didn't want to leave you hanging on that end. I hope you appreciate this video. I did want to start embedding some tech tips in the video along the way. Maybe it'll help y'all out while you're out there in the field. Have any comments? Definitely leave them in the comments below. Be sure and like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all be safe.